Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another special edition of our 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar here at Hopped Up Beer Review. Today, we are drinking Husarentrunk from the Schloßbrauerei Rheder out of Rheder, Germany. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are running through the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar, and we are back to review another beer that came in our calendar this year. Unlike last year, we are simply going to be reviewing all the beers that we have and get our hands on, and we'll be releasing those over a couple of days instead of day by day like we did last year. So with that, what are we reviewing today, gentlemen?
Of a man in uniform, Husarentrunk. It's a Festbier from the Schloßbrauerei Rheder. Seems very familiar.
Because we reviewed it last year.
Yeah, we did.
And I know you never forget a man in uniform. Like I said there, right? No comment?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Choosing to ignore you.
I do remember this one from last year. If memory serves me correctly, this is one of those that was confusing us, the Festbier Marzen saga.
Could be. Yeah. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
It's Festbier. Because it was when we taste it, you know, it's like closer to Martin's.
Than the Marzen.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot more malty.
Yeah. Maltier than the Festbiers I've had.
Right.
This one is 5.3%, 25 IBUs. I was able to pull up some information that we did not have last year.
Great.
Well, the guy in the uniform, that type of uniform, which I explained last year, was styled after the Hussars, Hungarian cavalry and light horsemen. But it was, that was used by other military. So in 1851, the 8th Hussar Garrison laid siege to the current day Rheder Brewery. And so it was during this time frame part of German Revolution and the first Schleswig War. I don't know my German history prior to World War I, so the beer itself, Husarentrunk, which means hussar drink, is from old recipes that were handed down by longtime brewing. Here's the name. Adolf Frere Spiegel von Unze Peckelschem. I think.
With one person, huh?
Yes. And he was a cavalry captain in the 1st Prussian Hussar Regiment, or the Westphalian, which was part of Prussia at the time. So they have a little museum there, and it's got his old uniforms, showing the history of the town and the brewery. So Schloßbrauerei refers to castle brewery, but the brewery actually started before it was a castle. It was just a manor, and it got upgraded, to a castle. It was built later after the brewery originated in the manor. In 1830, they converted to a steam brewery, so they could export the lower fermented beer, like lager. So you couldn't really export lagers because they had to stay cold. Well, they were done at a colder temperature. Ales, warmer temperature, and they were easier to transport. So the brewery was started in 1686. Cheers.
Cheers, indeed. All right, so yeah, we did this one last year. It was towards the end, if I remember correctly, of our calendar box. And again, we did them day by day. But I do definitely remember this one from last year. And I think so far, even though we're not releasing these necessarily chronologically, I think so far everyone we've had of 7, 8-ish at this point, we've all had from last year. Have we had one yet?
One.
We've had one?
Yeah, there was one.
We've had one.
It was from the same brewery, but it was a different style.
All right. There you go. You got me on that one.
I got you.
You got me.
Love it when I can get you.
I know. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go around and rate this one. Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, this one, I remember it from last year. It's distinctive with the can, obviously, as we talk about can art. It's another one of those, like we talked about, you struggle to understand the flavors of the Festbiers and Marzen. To me, it gets lost in the shuffle. It reminds me of those shows where you used to see back in the day, and the people would have the can just says beer, and it didn't have a brand. So this would be beer to me. I'd say it's a 7.0.
So what I hear you saying in that is that this is a sitcom. We're on.
What we're on?
We're all just live part of it, exactly. Right? We all have our bit part.
Yeah.
Not real life.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go check our Matrix video out for that explanation. Andy.
It's a simulation. Yes.
What do you think, Andy?
You can pick up some, especially when you let it linger, some that German taste. I mean, it's got, I guess maybe it's the water, maybe it's the yeast, but it tastes more like it is actually from Germany, where lately, we're in the season of Marzen. We've been in the season of Marzens and Festbiers. I've had a few. I just don't, they taste in that style, but something about this, you can taste Germany in this when it kind of lingers on the tongue for me.
Taste Germany.
When you drink a Hefeweizen or a Helles from Germany, it's got a distinctive flavor in there that tastes more German than what I could get at this other brewery here in the States. Yeah, gets the products. I can't remember what I gave it last year, but again, it is more malty than other Festbiers that I've had. I think we got one more Festbier tonight, or we're going to do in this next sitting of our. I'm curious to see how it's going to compare to that, but I think I give this a 7.0.
All right. You've been drinking again, obviously,
because you got another one.
You had it last year.
Oh, I actually had it quite recently. Somebody brought me one that they weren't going to drink. Our friend Jose.
All right. All right. Yeah, I think that it just reminds me of the debate that we had on and off again last year related to American Oktoberfest style beers, your Marzens, your Festbiers, your Oktoberfest, and then what we have gotten out of the 2022 box and now the 2023 box here. that it again, when you have that American Fest beer, to me, the ones I've had seem to be a lighter beer, closer to almost like a Helles, based on what we've gotten out of the box. And this one, is more malty and really makes me think more of a Martzen than a Fest beer, or maybe more like an Oktoberfest, as sometimes they're labeled. But I like it. I think it's got great flavor. It's definitely malt all the way. But again, it's nice and refreshing for me. It's 7.5, and I don't remember what I gave it last year. I'll be interested to see, but 7.5 for this version.
It's kind of like a hybrid. I think we may even mention that because it sounds very familiar. It's like a mix of a Fest beer and a Martzen.
Yeah, I mean,
get some deja vu.
Yeah,
with all these beers that we're doing again.
Yeah. Where am I? Is this last year?
Yeah.
What simulation are you on me?
This is we didn't upgrade. Maybe when the rebooting your Zoom, something happened.
You're still stuck in the box. It was, it's obviously we were very hopeful that when we bought the 2023 version, I think we thought we might get a few doubles, but I think we were very hopeful that we'd get a lot of new ones, and we'll have some new ones for sure, but a lot of repeats. And prior to doing this box, I think we'd only repeated one beer. The very first beer that we did, we had it again at our 1 year kind of anniversary, if you will. We reviewed it again, and lo and behold, they changed the name of it. So maybe that one doesn't even really count.
Changed the recipe too, it seemed like.
That is going to be a 7.2 for the
Husarentrunk.
Out of the, you don't have the part loaded, do you?
A lot of type in there.
You have to go check out the front of the video to find the brewery. But
Husarentrunk.
We went back and took a look, and we had rated this a 7.3 last year, so we were really close to our rating from last year. But yeah, definitely, if you got this one in your Advent calendar, let us know what you think about it. Give us your rating, and we'll be interested to see where it comes out for you on a 10-point scale. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check out all of our Advent calendar videos. They should be all out there by now. And also check us out on all the social media links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. We're going to be talking about the 2023 Brewers Advent calendar and other beer as well. Link is down below in the description. And lastly, if you're interested in any Hopped Up Beer Review merch, you can find a link for that also. For Andy in the attic and Jay, happy 2023 Brewers Advent calendar, and cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.